Hi Rahul, can proceed? Okay, great. Okay, good evening, guys. How are you all?
Good evening, ma'am.
Mhm. Okay, let's begin today's session. Before that, I'll give you my introduction. I'm Sangeeta Verma, and I've completed my MBA with Banking and Finance. In the PPT slide, you can see my work experiences over here. 2 years with advertising and marketing company, 2 years with the bank, then 3 years as a with a principal financial company, 2 years with the college, that is British College, the department of head of the management, 4 years as an operation manager with the export and import company, and currently I'm working with the international company as a DZM. And along with that, I'm a freelancer with the LearnOvate too. So, a very welcome to everyone, first of all. And today's topic is motivation. Motivation that also combines with the employee motivation. Okay. So, for today's agenda of the session is what is the meaning of motivation? What are the different models and theories of the motivation? What is employee motivation and why it is important? Types of employees' motivation theories and the employee motivation strategies, and along with the tips for employee motivation. And at the last, we'll conclude. So, everyone geared up for the session to begin? Okay, let's see. What is, in a common concept, what is motivation? Simple to understand first that motivation is a desire from a person's, whether that is physically, mentally, attributically, to achieve a goal. So, what we can say is that it's a process that initiates us, guides us, and maintains the goal oriented behavior. Like, take an example, motivation is needed in every step of our life. Suppose if you want to have a glass of water, what happens? You cause to act like whether it is getting a glass of water to reduce your thirst. What do? You motivate yourself and you get up and you get a glass of water, right? So if you want to gain a knowledge, what do? You go to the books, right? Even internet. So for every step of our life we need to have a motivation. So motivation is the factor that activates, directs, and sustains goal oriented behavior to achieve the desired goal with the energy to work towards the goal. Motivation can be positive motivation or negative motivation, right? But without motivation, let's make sure of that. Without motivation, our daily life activity is not possible exactly like that. Whatever industry it is, whatever business it is, after all, human resource motivation is very important. Until and unless our human resources, manpowers, are not motivated, active, enthusiastic for any work to get concluded and to achieve the goals required, what happens? We are at the downfall. So, human resources motivation is very important. In a picture, what you can see is motivation. For the motivation, you need to have goals in life, attitude, proper attitude, ideas. You need to support each other, and your performance has to be recognized. So you get this success. When you see at the job market, job at the practical corporate world or any industry, what happens? Recognition, achievement, responsibility, job satisfaction, and growth, those all comes with the combined form of motivation. You can see in a picture there is motivated and demotivated. If a human resource, whether we ourselves or as a owner of a company or any industry which belongs to us, if we are not motivated, if our employees are not motivated, what happens? We are at the downfall. So you can see when it is motivated and human resource of our company is able to take the responsibility, helps each other, committed to achieve the company target and goals, and internet and concern to the businesses. And even the low levels of monitoring is also done with that. You need to have like a, you will see the absentees, means leave of the employees. They themselves, when they are motivated, they do not want to take a leave. When it is the factor demotivated, what happens? Poor Thanksgiving, high level of absentees, avoids the responsibility or gives a responsibility blame ball to other employees or the other person. Poor customer service rarely helps colleagues, and little interest and enthusiastic in the business. So this is actually a motivation which needs at every step of our life, every step of the industry recognitions, and in any sector of the business. This motivation factor plays important role, which decides whether the company or the person is going to have a successful or unsuccessful. So this motivation is very important. This much is clear to everyone. Can I go to the next slide? Okay. Now, as per our studies, what we have in history has given us many models of the motivation. There are different models. There is that is Lockean Latham, Bandura, McClellan's, and Maslow, even Herbert's hierarchy. So mostly we follow two, three of them in a practice also and in the study also. So motivation theories are mostly divided into two categories. One is content theory and one is process theories. So what are the content theories? Maslow need hierarchy theory, Herbert's motivation hygiene theory, McLaren's needs theory, Archet's ERZ theory. And when it comes to the process theory, that theory is only applicable when we are on a process of concluding our goals or our task. That is Veron expectancy theory, Adams equity theory, goal setting theory, and reinforcement theory. So basic to understand, we go with the three or four theories very deeply with the HR and as to manage our human resources. So let's go to the models one by one. I'll try to make you clear with every of the module as per the time concludes. So can I move to the next slide? And I'm so sorry for my voice today. I'm a little down with the cold and cough. If there is any problem, please revert me back. I'll make you understand again. Okay. Over here, there are two theories I'm talking about. One is a simple theory, we work with that. That is need theory. We even have expectancy theory, equity theory, and these are the theories correct. Now let's understand what is Maslow hierarchy theory of needs. How it is physical need. We go in a pyramid way, right? Physical needs, that is shelter, warmth, food, and drink. That comes for employees in your company. If their physical needs, like you are giving them foods and beverages on time, even you're keeping your surroundings environmental warm can be of two times, one with the electrical warm, one with the cordial behavior of the warmthness. And shelter means some employees who are outskirts, you are providing them, or when they are coming to your land, you are for a certain period of time you are giving them shelter till the time they are not able to manage their shelter. Second one comes safety needs, security, structure, stability. You give them time to get stable, right? You provide a proper structure so they become adaptable to it. And security also comes with the two three types. One is with the job security promising, one is the another security comes with the ethical one securities, and the third security comes with the how the person is in the surroundings, that is safe and sound over here, do not worry about anything. This security and safety has to be given. Then comes third one comes as a social needs, like anyone who joins as a fresher or a person who comes in to get, like in our friends also, no, if new friends joins us, we try to make them adapt to our environment, we make them feel comfortable with us. Exactly in the same way to our human resources, what we do is we make them to understand that you belong to this group, and your ideas, your views, your feelings, your emotions, and your thoughts are also acceptable, and you are acceptable whatever it is, in instead of discriminating the genders. Do not, without discriminating the genders, without discriminating the colors, without discriminating the religion, caste, anything, you just make them to feel that you are accepted. Then comes the STEAM needs: status, responsibility, reputation, respect, and confidence. This is equally provided to employees or employer. It's just not one hand, okay? It's both hand. Even employees need to give these type of securities to the employers, and the employer has to give to the employees. So both the cycles of the manpower has to cordially combine together to give these needs. And you should always think that these are the building pillars of our organization. Human resources are the building pillars, one by one step pillars to us. Then comes self actualization, that is personal growth and fulfillment. Personal growth means like some of them might be needing uh, some on job the training, then some might be needing the training for how to use the technology. So every corners, every sides has to be calculated properly. And then when all these needs, that is physical, safety, social esteem, and self-actualization pyramid is concluded to every part of the employee's portion, what happens? Obviously, employees are always motivated. They, if they are not motivated also, what they know is if they have any queries or any doubt, or whenever they are lacking somewhere, they come and talk to you. Means open gate of the conversation should always be there between the HRs and the employees, the colleagues and the management. So this helps to build the pyramid strong, and the organization or any sort of industry is 100% to the successful of their goal, desired goal, and the employee retention is also very much understanding. So, in the Maslow's hierarchy theory of needs, is it clear to everyone? Can I go to the next slide, guys? Please revert me back. Are you all getting me? Okay. Now let's go to the next slide. Now here comes Herzberg's two-factor theory, which is also known as hygiene motivation theory. So in this picture, what you can see is there comes two categories. One is the human resource which is fully satisfied with the job. Another set comes with the human resources which are not satisfied, means dissatisfaction. Now let's see what is a healthy hygienic two-factor theory. Two-factor principles, what it does is it improves the satisfiers factors and increase the job satisfaction. And another one, improving the hygiene factor decreases job dissatisfaction. We have to decrease the factors which makes our human resources dissatisfied with the job, and we should always keep on increasing the factors which helps to satisfy our human resources with the job satisfaction. So what are they? Influenced by hygiene factor. Working conditions, co-worker relations, policies and rules, supervisors, quality, base wage and salary. Working conditions means any industry as per the industry norms, right? A standard time is given which has to be maintained. The condition of the working use, it's not just only that we are going to we are imposing our working condition on our human resources. No, some it is now it's 21st century. human resources has become Human resources have become very very smart, right? And they believe on smart working. So working condition, even from them also, it is important to understand the co-worker relations. It should be always healthy, understanding, right? Helpful, cordial between both the workers. Then policies and rules. Policies and rules which are made of any industry has to be followed. It's just not for one higher level and other rules and regulations. If they can keep on breaking the policies and rules, no. Make them in an equal line to follow the policies and the rules. And supervisors quality, you should see what is the quality of the supervisor, whether that is academic credentials, whether that is work credentials, or whether that is adaptable credentials. So supervisors quality is also very much of the factor. If these factors are not proper, like base wage, it's not that government has set one is base wage for every of the human resources. That much is very important to give. And salary on time, right? Salary on time and other things place. So these are the hygiene factors. Okay, if these factors are not properly categorized, not properly made understandable to our human resource, there might be arousement of this dissatisfaction. So we have to keep on from our side to try to decrease these factors and make it healthy ones. Then comes for the job satisfaction, that is satisfier factor. Achievement is very important, right? If anyone achieves the goals or the target, don't forget to recognize, right? Divide the responsibility as per the caliber and capability. Let them work itself until and to make them understand you work. If any help is required, we are there, right? And advancement. Keep on making them upgrade with the rules and regulations, working policies, and even they can give you some ideas which you can write. And personal growth environment should be there. Like every 2 to 3 months, you can give a questionnaire and collect the answers and reports and do the graphing portions and understand what are the factors that are we need to increase more for the job satisfaction. So this is Herbert's two-factor theory. So what you understand over here is the hygiene factor, right? The hygiene factors which leads to the job dissatisfaction has to be decreased, and the satisfier factors which helps to provide the satisfaction of job satisfaction to our human resource keeps on increasing. Unhealthy has to be eradicated and turned out to be in a healthy one. Satisfiers needs to be more climbing up factors to the satisfies. So is this so guys, is this one theory is clear to you? Can I go to the next slide? Any query on this one, two factor theory? Guys, revert back. Great. So now let's go to the another slide. Now here it's McDaniel's theory of needs. What it is? It's like need for power and need for affiliation. Every human resource, every employer, every employee, whether that is in a personal sector, the professional sector, they need these categories to be managed very properly. Like need for achievement. Everyone needs it. Needs achievement, right? Drive to excel, achieve in relation to a set of standard to strive to succeed. You achieve one task, you try to get achieve another task. So achievement at every step of your life is important, and every after every task it is important. Now, need for power. Give them the power to control themselves, control something every time. Don't be so imposing, right? HRs also need to have a certain filtering ideas with that, so that an employee always feels that yes, I'm powerful. I I am given a task. I need to complete it and achieve. It's in my control, and I need to do it. So to get desired things done, let them have their powers. If they need anything, they will come to you, right? Give them their space of power and achievement. Then affiliation. Like affiliation means have a friendship, good relationship with every person of your department, whether that is one your department or other department or whole company's management. So this is McDaniel's theory of needs. So what you understand is achievement, power, and affiliation is important for a human resources of any industry to stand on a successful ladder. Now there comes ERG theory of motivation. This theory is also a very interesting one because over here you have seen in Maslow's one that there was a psychological need, safety need, social needs, self-esteem need, and self-actualization need. So in this, they have categorized this pyramid in three sectors, that is growth, relatedness, and existence. Right? Psychological and safety needs, when are achieved by any human resource of any industry, they feel their existence over there. They feel yes, we are also a building pillar, right? And building supportive pillars of this organization in order to achieve the goal. And social needs, and when self-esteem needs are completed by any of the uh, human resource, relatedness is completed by them. They think yes, we are the existence framework of this organization. We are needed and we are related to this organization in order to achieve the goals. And when there comes growth, self actualization, when growth need is fulfilled, what happens when their self actualization is there? They keep on just not personal growth only, the human resource will not seek. Human resource will also seek for the organizational goal growth. So these right now, what we did, we completed four theories, guys. One is Maslow's needs of hierarchy, right? Then two-factor theory, McDonald's theory of needs, and ERG theory of motivation. These four we have done. So till here, any queries, guy? Any queries, guy? Please report back. Psychological or uh, Face Abdul Rahman. What? How do these directly related with our internship in HR? This, a very good question. Who is it? Kanika Mridul. These theories are related in our internship because when we are doing internship, we are learning from every corners of the department, whether that is marketing, whether that is HR, whether that is anything. So at that time is our learning phase, right? So we have to learn from every portion, and for the survival in later on corporate world, this theory helps us. This is a base we are getting when we are doing internship. We are creating a base for to stand on a platform of corporate world. Okay, so now let's go to another slide. Now expectancy theory and equity theory. Expectancy theory is the process people use to evaluate the likelihood their effort will yield the desired outcome and how much they want to outcome. So in, this means in an example way, you expected that there will be a monthly sales of 15 units of any of the lubricant or anything, but it might be higher than that, it might be lower than that. It depends as per your team, whether that is whether that is actual in a database or with your efforts which you do for the sales, whether sales that is your marketing team, your sales team, your product team, your branding team, every team collides with each other and they combine and cooperate with each other, and they try to prove the expectancy. We expect this will happen, it might or it might not, but you have set a standard for the expectation. Then equity theory, individual person perception for fair and equitable treatment. Every human resources, whoever is there, whether that is of lower level, middle level, or higher level, need to be treated equally, because every individual perception what they think is we are also a human beings, we also deserve, we are also the part of this organization, whether we are giving 2%, 4%, 6%, they need 10%, 15%, or 50% for the achievement of the goal. We need to have an equal recognition, equal treatment, equal and fair judgments and decision making, motivation, opportunities to the employees. Then comes self-efficiency theory of motivation, and it plays a vital, very efficient role in that. Self-efficiency means, suppose you are going to a corporate world, your self efficiency is self evaluation, you can say to it, is very important. That is your experience. Lexius is experience. You might have experiences in different sectors and you get collides with that. Then social persuasion, how much you are adaptable to the societies, how is your social network that is there. And then psychological feedback. Feedback is very important for every human resources, right? Give a feedback in a way that the person gets motivated in the means enthusiastic. Don't turn them to be lethargic, turn them out to be enthusiastic to learn, to achieve, and to fulfill the task given. So that directly influence to your behavior and performance. There's a very, some people keep on saying that when you have the uh, basic idea of how to do self evaluation of yours, you always think yourself as a learner. You never think that, "Ah, I know everything, I can do anything." No. If you think yourself as a learner, what happens, your behavior and performance is always on a standard way maintained, right? You keep on your behavior on a very cordial with everyone, and your performance also reflects with that. When your behavior and your performance are proper, that is self efficiency directly impacts your behavior and performance. So guys, these two are also the theories of motivation. So till now what we did, we did the Maslow's hierarchy, then two factors, then McDaniels, then ERG, expectancy theory, equity theory, and self-efficiency theory. Till here, any queries, guys? Any queries till here?
No, ma'am.
Sure. So can I move to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, as we discussed earlier, that we will be seeing after the motivation filtration, what we will see, employee motivation. Employee motivation means human resources motivation. Why it is important? Tell me one thing. Why do you think that we need our employees to be motivated? Give me the answer. Why you think
So that they can work
that?
effectively and efficiently and make the
First
target.
thing is, hmm, come up with the answer, Sivani.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, so that they can
The-
work according effectively and efficiently and
hmm.
make their target fulfill on the time.
Okay. This is a very lengthy and very complicated one if you say, but simple concept if you understand is survival is the best answer. whether that is the survival of any industry, any human resource, whether it's employer or employee. Survival is very much is the correct answer for the motivation. If you do not have motivation, survival of human resource, survival of any industry is not going to work out, right? So if anyone says you why do you need motivated employees, say that you need motivated employees for survival of your industry, your employees and yourself. Got it? Okay. So now let's come. Why is this is employee motivation? Employee is always motivated when there are certain things which are very applicable to them, like company's policies, supervision, job security, payments and all, then relationships, status and working conditions. We also discussed it earlier. Do you remember? Where did we discuss it? We discussed it in two factor ones, if we are not out of the frame, right? So when the employees are motivated, what happens? They are ready to take the responsibility, right? Their skills, educations are useful for us. They take the responsibility, they feel empowered, and when their task and the goal is achieved, we appreciate them. As per the appreciation, what also we do, we try to make them empowered. How? By giving, if anywhere they are lacking, we give them training, right? Make them update with the technology, make them update with the rules and regulations, policies, and then we reward them. Reward might be of so many things. It might be in a salary one, it might be tangible, it might be intangible, right? And then we give the promotion to them. So their motivation, employee motivation plays vital role, right? So it is, you can say that a human resource always being motivated is the plus point for our organization. So let's see what are the different things which mix types of motivation with the employees. You can see this is, there are two factors which plays there. One is instruct and then extract. Extract means extend, interior things, okay, interior environment of an organization. That is self motivation also, and the surrounding motivation, like thinking that they think that we belong to this organization, we feel loved over here with the colleagues, with the management, and we love our work, right? So these plays a role of motivating the employees. And then external ones, what are they? External ones: rewards, incentives, promotions. Punishment over here doesn't mean that you literally start to punish. No, punishment might be that you are giving in a very positive punishment to them. What it can be, like if they were doing a task which is not achieved, what you do, you make them to do overtime and you say that you you have to conclude it, right? Or your leaves. So don't be in a that way, be in a very easy way with them. Punishment might be, don't give them intangible punishment, give them tangible punishment. Intangible punishment always affects the industry in the longer term. Then criticism, don't try to do the criticize, don't criticize them. Then failure, if they are failures, so say, yeah, this was the factor, they didn't work out, you are not the failure, you tried from your side. So such types of the environment created with the employees or the team leader or the supervisor or the management plays vital role in retaining the employees and keeping them always motivated for the task. Then another, there might be financial motivation, non-financial motivation. Financial motivation, like, let me make it larger for you guys also. What are the things which can be a financial motivation? You can say that if this we have achieved, so every in this department or in every one of ours is like part of share. You can see the Reliance industry, I guess. Majority of the employees themselves are the shareholders of that company. They all have their shares with that. Then salary and bonus, financial safety, medical facilities, accommodation facilities, promotion and pricing, rationing, canteen, arranging education's tickets for the children of employees, transportation facility, picnics, outing. All these are financial motivation. Non-financial motivation, perfect working environment, job security, job satisfaction, attaching the jobs means attracting the jobs every time. Just don't keep them monotonous for 5 years, 6 years in one department. Move them to another department so that they can learn new thing and they always remain active and enthusiastic. Then portable to management, training facilities, perfect judgment. It says that give the judgment but with the very perfect ones. Then goodwill of organization. Goodwill of organization plays a positive impact on the employees to retain, to stay in that organization or to work and to achieve the goals. Then refreshment facilities, organizing cultural programs in the company. So these are the seen and unseen factors, tangible and intangible factors, financial and non-financial factors, which in a way keeps your employees motivated. Can I go to the next slide, guys?
Ma'am, excuse me. The job secure,
Yeah.
non-financial motivation, the job security, and the party to management. Can you give example of that?
Come up again with your question. Go slowly, little
Ma'am,
slowly.
non-financial motivation, the job security. What that
Mm,
mean?
job security, yes. Suppose you were working. Let's take an example of the industry, which is a manufacturing industry, where heavy equipments are kept and the employees working. Right? How the job security can be given? Sometimes with the unknowingly industry blunder happens, right? An employee is running the machine, the technical failure of the machine happen, an accident is taken place. So what do you do if you are like a person who is running the machine and somehow then accident happens with you, you're not able to run the machine? What do? You provide a substitute to that person, but you keep that employee over there, right? So that
Okay, ma'am.
is job security for that person.
And ma'am, what does partake to management means?
Which management?
Ma'am, partake to management.
Okay, this means that um, suppose let's take an example of a new launch of a VLCC product, okay, or cosmetic industry. Uh, some of the team members who were involved with the branding of the product, they did a branding in a very different way, and it was very impressive, because of which the sales increased, okay, not in a direct way but indirect way sales increased. So what you do, you try to grasp that who has done the best portion, whose idea was it, so you can utilize in the other fields, other sectors of the organization or department. You pull them that to the management so that you can get the ideas in that. So that is applicable to management. Am I
Okay,
clear
ma'am.
to you,
Thank you.
Sivani?
Yes, ma'am.
Demotion, suspension, pay cuts. Very good. Who has given this? Devika Manoj. Very good examples of intangible punishments. Okay, now let's go to next slide. Employees motivation strategy. There are certain strategy which we have to keep on utilizing. Like among the most popular motivational strategy today, we can say there are three. Let me make it visible to you also. That is incentives schemes, right? Different incentive scheme strategies, then employee empowerment and job enrichment. So these are the three criterias which many of the companies run for the employees to keep on motivating. Like, sorry, who was it? I couldn't hear. Okay. Then these three, like incentive scheme, different incentive schemes, time to time, to keep on your employees motivated, right? Then employees empowerment. You making your uh, HR, your employees empowered with them only. That yes, we belongs to here. We are empowered. We have to do this. These sort of feelings from internal sides are very important. Then job enrichment. You always keep on making them learn new things in their job only. And even of a rotation. Keep on doing rotation to your other motivation as what? Like positive reinforcement. If you are bringing out any rules and regulations in your organization, try to impose, not to impose, right? Try to inform it to your HR in a very positive reinforcement. Then effective discipline. Discipline has to be very effective. It's not that for higher man level another, for lower level another. No, it's in a very standard maintained way. Then treating people fairly, satisfying employees' need, in a, understanding their emergency, understanding their uh, cruciality. You should be keep on motivating. Then setting work related goals and base reward on job performance. So this these that along with that, whether you are a junior or senior, you always need to thank your HR in a very effective way. If any job is completed, any task is completed, you need to thank them very in a very cordial way. Then, what motivates employees to go the extra mile? Here in a picture, a very good one. You can see like believe in the company. Their beliefs should not be rationality, means not to be like a pendulum one. Okay, sometimes this, sometimes that. No, beliefs in the company of your employees should be very much of stable. Then positive supervisor relationship. The relationship between the supervisor and the team members has to be very positive. Then money and benefits. It is like you can say that sometimes, most of the time, if you say, money is not only often the biggest motivator for your employees, but for in a certain criteria it is, and the benefits. Then meeting customer needs, growing professionally, give them the exposure, give your employees your HR exposures, then having a real impact. So then let them do the real impact. This pie can make you to understand 10%, 20%, right? Then commerce peer motivation is also important. Every time your organization will or HR team, your managers, your supervisors only will not keep on motivating you. You need to have a peer motivation from your side. Like if there is in a team there are 5 members, you do your peer motivation between your team only. Then instict a desire to do a good things like internal ones, and then feeling extended and recognized. Your employees, your HR should always have a feeling from internal, just not from for the show off. Okay, from internal, from inner core of their heart, they should be thinking that yes, we belong to this organization, we are the building pillars of this organization, and the management also treats us in the same way. So we are bound, responsible, and attempted to fulfill the goal of the organization. So, are these strategies clear to you guys? Any queries?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Sorry, sorry. So, let's go to the next slide. Earlier, when we went to see the that Maslow's hierarchy theory, what happens over there, like what motivates employees, like Maslow's hierarchy can help us to understand employees motivation in this way. Pyramid one, no, like purpose, what is the purpose, then learning and growth, belonging and contact, fairnessness, inclusions, voice and recognition, value and recognitions, opportunity to outgrow, security and certainty. These factors, as per the pyramid is built, even that makes us to understand how we can keep our employees motivated and how the employees see this pyramid. Do I need to explain these, or we can understand with the pictorial format? Guys, revert me back.
Standard, ma'am, understandable.
Okay. So I can move to the next slide, right? So this you can see is actually of a which one? Do you remember of the motivation theories? The satisfaction and dissatisfaction ones, two factor ones theory even is applicable in this one by one of the company. How they do the factors leading to dissatisfaction, how it is: poor pay, poor compensation, poor work condition, lack of promotion, poor benefits offering, and lack of job security. If with this standard, what we understand is like your organization had 100% of human resources, you find that after 6 months 20% left. These these factors of dissatisfaction might have played the role in that. When you see, they will complain that compensation is not good, working environment is not proper, our supervisor is so rude, right? So over there, the retention of the employee becomes difficult for us. And then after 8 months, we see 50% left. Now what happened? We have not appraised ourselves. Please do the correction. HR team also has to keep on doing and have a keen eye on these factors of the employees. So for that, what you can do is you can organize the questionnaire program, certain different types of trainings. So they think that yes, we are satisfied. So what happens? Retention ratio has to increase in any sort of the organization. If we are not able to retain our human resources, we are not going to be success. So retention is very important. So this pyramid makes you understand these two factors and makes you understand how you can fulfill the commitment which you have given to your human resources, and the commitments which you can revert back from them as they have done to you when they have joined you for the organization goal, personal goal, individual goal to be successful. Understand the
Yes,
ratio
ma'am.
of understand the ratio of how they do. So retention of your employee is your prior target in order to keep on your motivating your employees. If your employees are motivated, if they feel the belongingness, they think yes, we are the part of this organization, the retention ratio is 98%. 2%, some of them are there, even we throw them out, right? Because of some of the unexpected behaviors of them or any of the things. So let's see how these effective way to motivate employees. You always create a positive work environment. Please, no criticism, no gossiping, no demoralizing type of things over there. Then increase salary time to time as per the governmental standard ratio. Set the goals. If one goal is completed, give them another goal target. Build the trust and respect. Being an HR, being an HR, you need to have a very cordial relation with every of the employees, because many of them will come to you and share their personal problems also, which because of which they are not able to perform the task properly. So over there also you need to have a respect for them and have a trust of their. Until and unless they don't trust you, they won't open to you. So both the sides, trust and respect is important. Then business promotion, keep on promoting your business also. So they like marketing and advertising, new ideas generations. Then understanding employees, you need to understand employees, some with their mind, some with their performance, some with their body language, some with their attributable, some with their egoistic, some might be attitude ones. So you need to understand every person's concept, right? Then improve the productivity. If your employees are motivated, you have set the goals, you have working proper working environment, salary is also a good one, you are understanding your employees, what happens? It's obvious that your productivity is improved. Then your workload on them is reduced, and even the leadership qualities slowly and gradually they are building up in them. And providing incentives on time as per the evaluation caliber collaborations, right? And building employee recognition program. You should always give an recognition to your employees. First, it might be like a small thing, small reward. Suppose you can set a rule that in on a department wise, you can what you can do is like you have a finance department. How many employees are there in your? How many HR human resources are there? You can collect their birthdays criteria, and at the month end, you can organize a small birthday party for that department only. So everyone will think that oh, ours one is celebrated. So department wise recognition program can be done. Department wise birthday celebration program can be done. Department wise you can have a cordial games one, then outings, all this can be done. When these are done, what happens? Social benefits, costly towards customers, your business practice, your rewards, ethical standards, trainings, these all when they are 100% on a proper parallel way from both the side. Okay, that means from the employer and employees, from the human resources and the organization, employees are always motivated and an organization is able to attain the stated goal. And with that, what happens? When they are motivated, reward is given to them, they retain themselves. They anyhow try to retain themselves. So this one is clear. Can I go to the next slide, guys?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
okay. Now there are certain tips which helps you to keep your employees motivated. On a standard way, if you can see there are four categories over there. You can like as per industry, as per your organization, there might be your different ways of keeping your employees motivated. Like taken let's take off our personal life also, right? If in our house there are 4 to 5 kids, for every individual we 4 to 5 kids, their level of perception, level of understanding, level of motivation is different. So we do the step by step or different techniques and tips for them. In the same way, being an employer, being an industry, being an organization, we have to treat our human resources as our kids, and as per their sector caliber calibrations, we use the tips and tricks to motivate them. And what motivates? Like this, you can see this is a pictorial one actually. Five, you can say one, two piece, 2 hours. This one goes in a graphical way. Frequency of delivery and supervisor's degree of control. Hygiene factor, progressive, reward, recognition, and participation. It's very important that whenever you are trying to do any certain goals or organization activities, participation of your human resources is very important. So over here in this one, what you can see is another in the top 10 ways what you can do. You can see making them understand the leadership qualities, right? As per the department, okay, these tips and tricks are like it varies from departments, industries, sectors. So as per that you can go for it. Now, finally, I will say that to conclude, I would like to say that it is individuals' part of motivations and employees' values and expectations, along with the realistic ones to give the motivation. That is, our parallel hand gets combined. We initiate ourselves, we collect the guidance from other one, we maintain uh, our work areas, even we reduce the stresses from here. We always get time to time self actualization, self motivation, and even organization motivation. We always be on a way that yes, this organization belongs to us, this organization's goal is our goal. When the organization is getting getting successful goal attachment, even an individual, whoever is in that team or with the organization, should feel that they are also getting their goals completed. See, you can have a very good examples of Tata Industries and then Reliance. If I am sure that these big Wipro, all these companies, they try to do like yes, you human resource are our family, and we always try to keep you on a very standard way. You can see in Infosys, Narayan Murthy, right? Then TCS, Ratan Tata, then Wipro, Azim Premji. All these, what they do, they make an open environment of calibration every year. In a form of reward, they make sure that their employees, every employees, okay, whether that is lower level or higher level, are recognized and are rewarded as per their work achievement. When their company achieves any goals or achievements, they share with their employees, right? So finally, thank you for your attention. Any queries, any queries?
Ma'am, I want to discuss one thing.
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, I have a question. Like, if we have a members of a board of directors and
Mm-hmm.
a member of a committee, and we have to take one decisions that the public, the demand from public is to, and from government is come that we have as company have a areas, separate areas for babies and for different
Child
activities.
care, child
Yeah.
care and all that. Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. So the government said that please liquidize these things and kept the money of that with you. कि उनको
Mm-hmm.
खत्म करना है मैम, मतलब उस पोर्शन को, जो पोर्शन है
Mm-hmm.
गवर्नमेंट कहने का है कि वो खत्म करना है मैम. So as a being a board of directors or being a committee members, what are our decision whether we were take a positive or a negative aspects of that part?
We have to take it positive. I will not say positive or negative. It depends as per sector wise, as per different wise. But we have to it. We have to take it in a like a diplomatic positive way. Government says that isko close karo, right? But
Yes, ma'am.
what a company can do is uh, instead of closing, they can give certain releasing part, like अगर 6 के 6 दिन आप वर्किंग करने के लिए आ रहे हो और आप 6 दिन ही लाइक अपने चाइल्ड को लेकर के आ रहे हो, उसके लिए डिफरेंट सेक्टर बना है, तो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज इंस्टेड ऑफ 6 days you can keep a criteria of work from home concept for that, or for that individual employee or certain number of employees who requires their to give the care to their child also. समझ में आ रही है बात?
यस मैम.
तो
मैम
अभी
मेरा
पैंडेमिक की वजह,
जो वो
पैंडेमिक,
था वो ये
लेट मी
था कि
कंप्लीट।
मैम किस पॉइंट्स को लेके वो डिसीजन लेंगे मैम, मतलब कौन से ऐसे रोल पॉइंट्स की पॉइंट्स हम देंगे
हाँ, तो
डिसीजन लेने के लिए.
हम देखेंगे कि सच में जो जो चाइल्ड है वो उसको अभी प्रिमिटिव केयर की जरूरत है या नहीं है, या फिर वो एजुकेशनल लेवल पे पहुंच गए हैं, वेदर दे आर लाइक are able to stay for 7 to 8 hours in the something productive in for the childs, how they are keeping it, है ना? दूसरा हम क्या कर सकते हैं, अगर प्रिमिटिव एज क्रॉस हो गई है और दे रियली नीड टू हैव अ आई फॉर द एम्प्लॉयज, एन एम्प्लॉय कैन ट्राई फ्रॉम देयर साइड कीपिंग एन आई। अब तो अभी तो टेक्नोलॉजी ने इतना एडवांसमेंट ले लिया है कि अगर आप किड के वर्किंग में, बुक्स में, कहीं पर भी अगर कुछ लाइक एप्लीकेशंस वगैरह करके देते हो, ऑनलाइन चल रही है अभी तो क्लासेस, राइट? ड्यू टू पैंडेमिक सो मेनी थिंग्स हैव चेंज, राइट शिवानी?
Yes, ma'am.
सो तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें, हम प्रिमिटिव एंड अनप्रिमिटिव फैक्टर्स को भी देखेंगे, हम क्रूशियलिटी और अनक्रूशियलिटी को भी कैलकुलेट करेंगे, और एम्प्लॉय को सच में जरूरत है, एम्प्लॉय की किड्स को जरूरत है क्या वो रोज ऑफिस आए, उसके साथ क्या वो लेवल है, या उसके बैक सपोर्ट नहीं है, या फिर हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम आउटस्कर्ट ऑफ द कंपनी, लाइक बिल्डिंग, कंपनी की बिल्डिंग से बाहर एक आउटस्कर्ट में एक एरिया क्रिएट कर सकते हैं जहाँ पे हम 2-3 नर्सिंग्स को रख सकते हैं, वहां पर वो अपनी चाइल्ड को ला करके केयर, like what we'll do, we'll only allow the our professionals or our HR to meet after the time of your work is over. You can go over there, lunch break. So we can run a child care department not in a building of your organization, little bit far, like आधे किलोमीटर हो गए या 1 किलोमीटर एरिया पर, विद अ प्रॉपर आई, हम उनके एम्प्लॉयज के मोबाइल पे वो एक्सेस दे सकते हैं कैमरा की, कि अगर वो देख सकते हैं जब भी वो फ्री हो, टाइम टू टाइम देख सकते हैं अपनी किड्स को। तो ये सब चीजों को देख करके हमें करना होगा। माई आंसर इज,
ठीक है मैम।
आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड माई आंसर?
यस मैम। मैम जैसे अगर हम इसमें सेकंड एग्जांपल ले लें कि वहाँ पर जैसे चिल्ड्रंस को एजुकेशन की जगह मैम स्पोर्ट्स की कोचिंग दी जाती है छोटे बच्चों को मैम, और मैम तो वो ही एरिया है मैम, तो वो हमारे जैसे मैम मेरे पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से तो मैम वो हमारा फ्यूचर में हेल्पफुल है, क्योंकि उससे हम अपना एकेडमी भी प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं।
That's what I'm saying. Instead of going it with the positive or negative, we go it with the positive negative diplomatic one. हम बीच का रास्ता निकालेंगे ना, कि गवर्नमेंट के रूल्स भी वॉइड ना हो, हमारी कंपनी ने जो पॉलिसी बनाई है वो भी वॉइड ना हो। सो दैट इज द middle faction one, positive negative diplomatic way out of that. So
Okay ma'am, thank you.
Thank you
Ma'am,
guys so much.
I also want to request one thing from you. Can you add the training and development session also?
I will try to add it to inform you today,
Because
Shivani.
it's also a main part in HR, the training and development.
Yes,
part.
I will do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay ma'am. Thank you so much ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shivani. Thank you guys for attending and for being so supportive. Thank you so much. And yes, happy Dasera. Enjoy your
Same to you ma'am.
Yes, enjoy it. And I will not say that just burn the effigy of Ravan, burn the effigy of Ravan inside every one of us. That is ego, attitude, right? Different attributes which we hold as a human being. Let's be cordial. Yes, let's regenerate the humanity in us. Thank you so much, guys. See you again.
Thank you ma'am. Thanks to meet you.